Hello, 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 hello. We welcome you today. Hello, 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 hello. We're glad you came our way to share with us our library day and be our friends in a very special way. Hello, 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 hello. We welcome you today. Yay! Welcome to Story Time, everybody. Today is a day that would have been the start of a spring break for our school. We've already been at home for a while. Some of us have been learning from home. I still wanted to put a video out today because I have a really special book I want to share with you, and it's perfect for an upcoming holiday. That holiday is Easter, and this book is called The Easter Egg by Jan Brett. She is one of my favorite authors and illustrators. She wrote the story and she also drew the pictures, and I really think you're going to love listening to and looking at the pictures in this book. So let's go ahead and read. Enjoy.
The Easter Egg by Jan Brett. The Easter Egg. Cheer up, spring is here. Time to start on my first ever Easter egg, Hoppy said. Each year, the bunny who decorated the winning egg got to help the Easter rabbit hide the eggs on Easter morning. Hoppy had been dreaming about being that bunny all year long. Now it was time to get started. Everywhere Hoppy looked, rabbits were working on dazzling eggs. I need an amazing idea, he thought. Hoppy spotted Flora Bunny planting spring wildflowers in her eggs. The Easter rabbit will love those colorful flowers, he thought, and started picking flowers for his egg. Here's a basket for your flowers, Hoppy, Flora said. Chop, chop, scrape, scrape. Hoppy spied Buster Birch carving a magnificent wooden egg. I wish I had some wood for my egg, he wished out loud. Here you go, Hoppy, Buster Birch said, and he put a smooth, round piece of wood in Hoppy's basket. Thank you, Buster, Hoppy said. Take a look at these little buds on the branches around the pictures in the page. You're going to see them change as the story goes on. Hoppy was hopping along when the smell of sweetness led him out of the woods and straight to the chocolate egg that Aunt Sassafras was decorating with creamy frosting, squiggles, and bows. Hello, Hoppy, she said, and she put some chocolate squares in his basket. Hippity hop, Hoppy exclaimed. I'll make the Easter rabbit a chocolate egg so sweet it will make his whiskers tingle. Looks good, doesn't it? Then Hoppy saw Granny Irene decorating one of her fabulous story eggs. First, she traced a design on the egg with a special tool. Then she dipped the egg in pots of yellow, green, orange, and red dye, adding to the design each time. Hoppy couldn't believe his eyes. I'll never make an egg that beautiful, he told Granny Irene. She smiled. Try, she said, giving him one of her special tools. Hoppy was hopping by Hans Vanderrabbit's garden when he spotted an extraordinary egg. Hans was painting a portrait of the Easter rabbit so real that he looked alive. Fantastic, Hoppy exclaimed. Thank you, Hoppy, Hans said. Why don't you make a painting on your egg? He gave Hoppy pots of paint and a fine brush. That is a very realistic-looking bunny, isn't it? As Hoppy bounced along, a loud boing nearly knocked him off his feet. It was a whirling, twirling mechanical egg. Whoa, Hoppy said, that's an unusual egg. Would you like to make one? Roberto asked. Hoppy tried hard, but the harder he tried, the more parts and pieces piled up around him. Thank you, Roberto, but I think I'd better make the egg that is right for me. Beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep. It's like a robot egg. And look, Hoppy was trying to make one of his own, but he was having some trouble. Do you see that the buds are getting a little bigger each time? Now they look nice and fluffy. Hoppy hopped back to the woods and lay down under a tall tree to think. Making a beautiful egg is harder than I imagined, he thought. I guess I don't have to win. I just want to make an egg I am proud of. Suddenly the woods rang with a squawking of birds sounding an alarm. Mother Robin swooped down, calling wildly as if she couldn't decide where to go. Cheep, 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 cheep. An egg had tumbled out of Mother Robin's nest. Inside the perfect blue egg was a baby robin that needed its mother to keep it warm until it hatched. There's the egg. It fell out of the nest, way up in the tree. Hoppy knew what he had to do. He sat down carefully and covered the blue egg with his soft, warm fur. I'll take care of you the best I can, he whispered. Relieved, Mother Robin chirped and settled down on her other 2 eggs. Look, he's taking care of the egg. His fur is going to keep it nice and warm. Hoppy never left the robin's egg. If it was sunny and warm, he carefully turned the egg in its nest of moss. If it was rainy and cold, he kept the egg covered and dry. At night, wild animals passed by. Hoppy crouched down and stayed hidden in the ferns. Often he heard strange noises coming from above, but Hoppy didn't run away. He was very brave. And look, the little buds are becoming even puffier. Every day the rabbits worked on their eggs. Tadpoles turned into frogs, buds swelled into leaves, and Easter came closer and closer. Finally, it was time for the rabbits to take their eggs to the glen. They had forgotten all about Hoppy, who was quietly sitting on the blue egg under the tall tree in the woods. Do you remember the robot egg and the eggs with flowers? What about these beautiful eggs? And the egg that Hans Vanderrabbit painted to look so realistic. Oh, this is a special page coming up. Early the next morning, the rabbits waited for the Easter rabbit. Suddenly, a beautiful wagon rolled toward them out of the mist. Whoop! And stopped. The Easter bunny stepped down from the wagon and admired the decorated eggs one by one. You have brought me the most beautiful eggs in the world. But a very special one is not here, he told them. The rabbits were puzzled. Whose egg could it be? Look, there's Hoppy. Look what came out of the egg. Do you see that? The little robin. Fill my wagon with your wonderful eggs, the Easter rabbit said. When I return, I will show it to you. And he disappeared into the woods. Okay, now look at what's happening with the little buds. Do you see they're turning into bunnies? Some of them are starting to hop away. Oh, that's so cute, huh? And there's Hoppy with his little robin friend that he kept warm. The Easter rabbit came back with Hoppy, looking scruffy and bedraggled. Hoppy has an amazing egg to be proud of, the Easter rabbit told them. He has kept Mother Robin's egg warm and safe until her baby bird hatched and she could take care of it. The Easter rabbit placed the empty blue shell in the place of honor atop the wagon. Now they were ready to go. That's so nice. That was the egg. And there's the little bird that came out of the egg. And look at what's pulling the Easter rabbit's wagon. Some chickens. Pretty funny. Oh, where are the little buds? And the little buds have all turned into rabbits now. The rabbits cheered for the egg that had surprised them all. It's our best Easter ever, Hoppy, they shouted. Then the brave little bunny and the Easter rabbit rode off together to hide the eggs for girls and boys to find on Easter morning. The end.
That was a great story, right? I hope you liked it as much as I do. I really loved all the beautiful eggs in the book. There were so many different varieties, and there are so many ways you could decorate an egg. And here in Germany, there are actually Easter markets, usually around this season, where they have special painted and decorated Easter eggs, just like the ones in the story. I have a few here that I want to share with you. The first one I'll show is this one. This has my daughter's name on it, my daughter Zinnia. It says Zinnia. And there was a man he's an artist who was doing beautiful calligraphy on eggs. This is an example of calligraphy. It's writing in a beautiful way. So that says Zinnia. And I also have one for all of my other children. This is Rose. And I have one for my son Simon. And I have one for my daughter Jasmine. You might have seen her before in some of the videos we've made, some of our storytime videos. Jasmine's birthday is actually this Wednesday, and when the year she was born on Easter Day. So this holiday is really special for her. And let's look at another egg here. Isn't this neat? Now this is a real chicken egg, and I'm not quite sure about the technique the artist used here, but it almost looks, well, the artist did carve into it. He or she used a special tool to carve this owl design in the egg. Pretty cool, right? And then, oh, I've got one right here. Okay, you're gonna like this one a lot. Look at this egg. Now this is a badger, and this egg is a little bit bigger than the others. Do you notice? I think this egg might be, see how it's bigger compared to this egg? I think this egg is a goose egg, maybe a duck egg or a goose egg. It's bigger than a chicken egg, so that's why the size is larger. And that's a picture of a badger that the artist painted. And last but not least, this is a very special egg. Let me show it to you. Ta-da! Now this is a real egg as well. It comes from a much smaller bird than a chicken. I think maybe it's a sparrow or a wren. It's some kind of small songbird that laid this egg, and the artist took it and drew a little bush on it. Now the lighting is not that good, but there we go. You can see a little pot of flowers was painted onto this egg. So just like in the story, the Easter egg, these types of beautifully decorated eggs are real, and there are real artists who make things like this. So I thought you would enjoy seeing that. I also took a photo of these eggs with insects painted on them, and these eggs have kitty cats painted on them. Also, just like the little buds on the branches in the story, I have a similar bush in my neighborhood that has buds on it. They start out like this little one right here. They're kind of small and gray. And then they get puffier like those bigger ones up above. In the book, they turned into bunnies, didn't they? Well, that's it for today, boys and girls. I hope you liked that story, and I hope you have a lot of fun this week. Maybe you'll do some Easter egg hunts of your own. Maybe you'll decorate some eggs of your own. Rumor has it that the Easter Bunny might be hopping around our neighborhood. So keep your eyes open, okay? Maybe talk to your moms and dads and they can help you look out the window and find him. A few years ago, I saw the Easter Bunny hopping in our neighborhood, and my family and I took a picture with him. There we are. Anyway, have a great week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Keep on reading.